Spencer's exploit. One morning on the island of Sodor, however, Margaret was telling Den and Spencer about her adventure. Den, in the end, she said, I nearly fell down the old wooden bridge, but then an engine, however, saved my life, and then without his help, I could never escape. Wow, that's a good story, said Spencer. It reminded me of when I got in big trouble by a tree, and then Thomas saved me. Well, there you go, said Den. How did you? I was taking a goods train in a far side of the forest. This tree nearly killed me, but Thomas saved me. Without him, I could have been squashed like a bug. Wow, said Margaret. You was really in trouble then. I was, said Spencer. I nearly could have been squashed if Thomas hadn't saved me. I know, said Dan, but you're safe. Indeed, said Spencer. I wonder what the Fat Controller's trying to tell us, thought Spencer. Just then he came. Some more passengers have come all this way to the island of Sodor from their holidays. Mighty Mike is taking them first, and now he will hand them over to you, and you'll take them to the station tonight. Yes, sir, said Spencer, and the Fat Controller walked away. And Spencer went away too. Just then, however, Spencer heard of something. Just then, he decided to talk to Gordon. What's an exploit? He said. It's a story, said Gordon. Is it? said Spencer. Yes, it is, said Gordon. Thanks, said Spencer. Are you welcome? Are you welcome? said Gordon, because you was asking, weren't you? Goodbye. And then Gordon chuffed away. One rainy afternoon, one rainy and windy afternoon, Spencer was ready. Just then, Mighty Mac arrived with the coaches. Here's the coaches, said Mighty Mac. But be careful, you might need some help, said Mac. I don't need help, always, said Spencer. But Spencer did really need help. He was coupled and chuffed on. I better get these passengers home on time, he said. Careful, said Spencer's driver, but Spencer didn't listen. He chuffed away from the nasty wind and rain. It was stinging his eyes. Said Spencer, and felt like that he couldn't breathe through his nose. And he felt like that he can't close his eyes. Suddenly something went wrong. They arrived at the viaduct when suddenly something broke. Something broke, and Spencer had to stop. He did not like the viaduct at all. The passengers wondered. Soon, Spencer's driver came to inspect. Your left front wheels broke, said his driver, and they came to examine it. 2 minutes later, they had finished. Spencer, he said, we phoned for help. We've taken your side rods off, and Boco's going to help us take us to the station. Yes, said Spencer, and waited impatiently. The passengers were upset. We want to go home, they said, but Spencer was waiting. Boco finally arrived. They were coupled, and out of the viaduct he went. That was close, said Spencer, and Boco saved the day. At last they've reached the station, and the Fat Controller was there. The passengers got out, and they all thanked Boko and Spencer for their help. We could have done it without you, Boko, said the Fat Controller. And Spencer, you did a very good job. Perhaps you didn't need Boko to save you after all. Now you can go to the works. Spencer smiled. He knew he was only doing the best he could, but being a really useful engine made him more proud than ever.